Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about being in a calorie deficit and how much calories are you supposed to consume for a man or woman in order to lose weight. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there already. I'm Michael Cherokee, your preventive specialist. Okay, so you've started your fitness journey. It's time to start losing weight. Or maybe you've already tried this before and you failed and you're going to try it again. Okay, so what do? What most people do. Everyone, almost everyone I speak to on a regular basis, clients or anyone that starts off as a client or a potential client, when I ask them what they eat, the general norm for most of you when you enter into a program where you're trying to lose weight, the first thing you do is you cut your portions down. And you start eating salads. Only. Maybe in the morning you have a protein drink. And then you have a salad for lunch. Or something small. Some of you even have Lunchables. Okay? I've heard cheese nabs. Or you snack on pretzels throughout the day. Or you have little yogurt snacks. Or you have little cheese bites, or you have fruit. And then for dinner you have chicken and green beans. And you get through the first week. The weekend gets there. Oh, you're trying to go without your favorite foods. Sunday dinner you can't do anymore. After church buffet you can't do that now. So you have to find things that are on your program to eat. You know? Some of you don't have a lot of variety in your program, so you're almost eating the same things every day. Some of you may fail that first weekend. You may just go ahead and eat something, okay, thinking that you were good all week. You'll eat something that weekend. Come Monday, you haven't lost any weight. Some of you whistle past the weekend. And then you get to that Monday, and bam, wow, I've lost weight. Oh, this is great. So you do your best to maintain the program again throughout the week. And then the weekend gets there again. Now you're irritable. Your energy levels are low. You're tired, but you're willing to stay with the program. But the weekend you're not in your routine. Just like the past weekend you're not in your routine. You're not at work. You might get bored. You got other activities, other things going on that weekend. Maybe a holiday's coming. I mean, how many of you start a program and then bam, vacation's right around the corner, or there's a holiday, or somebody invites you over for some fancy dinner, or your boss takes everybody out to dinner, and you know, the last time you had something good to eat or been out to eat, it's been forever, and you're like, oh, I'm going to eat, I don't get to enjoy this, or somebody's birthday comes around. Let me tell you, I've heard a lot of stuff with clients. I've had clients that tell me that they got 5 birthdays coming up that month, and they have to eat cake and ice cream for each birthday because that's what they do at a birthday party, and it's not even their birthday. If that's you, you're not alone. There are so many issues out there that people run into when it comes to losing weight. You're irritable. You're not eating enough food. I have solutions for you. If you keep watching my next clip, I'll shine more light on that. What I want to talk about today is a subject that comes up quite a bit at the club when I'm training clients. Also when I'm trying to educate people on diet, proper nutrition, how much food they're supposed to eat, what kinds of foods they're supposed to eat, clean, fresh product versus what's preached out there as being healthy, however, sometimes not. I want to talk about what calorie deficit is and what it means. Layman's terms, calorie deficit just means to eat a lower amount of calories and or burn more calories than you consume in order to lose weight. In order for you to be in a calorie deficit, you need to be burning more calories than you're eating. So what that means is, and I'll give you an example, let's give you a rough women's calorie intake of about 1,600 calories, okay? Now, I'm going to go over some of these measurements with you and how you calculate this and how you determine how much calories you're supposed to take in. Now, if you comment below and you just ask, I'll need a few things to know before I can issue what your calorie intake will be. And then the first 100 people that comment on this, I'll take care of you. So I need to know your height, your weight, your age, the amount of times you exercise throughout the week. Okay? And that should cover the essentials that I need in order to understand what it is your calorie intake will be. Okay? All right. Just remember, age, height, weight, workout frequency. Okay? How many times a week you work out. And it's kind of nice to know if it's intense, if it's moderate, if you're just walking, or if you're strength training and resistance training. Okay? All right. Here we go. So, 1,600 calories. That doesn't mean that you should take in 1,000 calories and you're going to lose weight. Okay? What that means is, because your body is so intelligent that just because you take in 1,000 calories, knowing that you could take up to 1,600 calories, and this is a general weight loss amount, it means that you're going to lose weight only eating 1,000 calories. So, no, it does not. A 1,600 caloric intake for a woman, if that is the amount of calories she needs to take in to lose weight, she needs to match that category based on her macronutrient profile, such as proteins, carbs, and fats. In other words, in layman's terms, I'm going to break it down for you. The body, when it puts on body fat is a survival mechanism. It's something that the body has evolved over hundreds of thousands of years, however long we've been on this planet. What it does is it stores what we eat as fat, especially if it doesn't know when we're going to eat again. So imagine back then there were days between meals, sometimes a week. Okay, the body needed to survive. So what it would do is it would store what it would eat as fat in order to survive to the next meal. Because no matter where we walked, no matter where we ran, it was not going to allow our bodies to burn that fat storage because it needed it for survival. Now, fast forward a few 100,000 years, in today's society, we have added impurities, sugars, preservatives, processed foods, things that have been introduced into our foods that are causing a higher calorie intake even with such a small amount of food. But most people think that to weigh less, you need to eat less. So people are putting themselves in a different type of calorie deficit where it's more like a starvation mode. So what happens, you get high sugar cravings, irritability, irritable sleep patterns, inability to lose weight properly, yo-yo dieting, things like that. The kind of calorie deficit that you need to put in along with your activity level means that you should be taking in 1,600 calories or up to, okay, that amount of calories with the food you're ingesting, but using clean product. That way the body shuts off the survival mechanism and engages a fat burning or metabolic rate, which is increased because of the amount of calories and food you are now eating. The body is no longer in survival mode. It is in... Stick around. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you some exact measurements to start your nutrition program right away. Stay tuned. It is in live mode. Live mode means it's going to start functioning better. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to have more energy levels. You're going to get stronger when you're working out at the gym. You're going to... progress. You will start feeling normal. If you have medications, you'll start coming off medications. That is a proper calorie deficit. So if you're taking up to 1,600 calories. Now, this could change based on your weight loss. As you lose weight, it's important that you update the measurements according to those guidelines. Because when you lose weight, that caloric intake could change as far as losing weight. Sometimes for individuals like a woman over 200 pounds, she might have a high as 1,700 to 1,800 calorie intake. Maintenance mode is 2,000 to 2,100. If she is starting off at 1,800 and she's got 80 pounds to lose, when she loses 40 of that, that will change. She doesn't require that much calories. She does not need that much protein, carbs, or fats. It will lower. It's important that you understand when to update it. Guys, if you haven't liked or subscribed so far, please do so. I will provide that information that I told you for the first 100 people that comment if they are interested in knowing what their calorie intake should be with their protein, carbs, and fats. I will map it out for you. Comment below and I will take care of you. For a male, another example. Let's say a male needs to have a roughly 26 to 2,700 calories. It doesn't necessarily mean that he'll lose weight just taking in 1,000 calories. Now, he probably will if he starts off eating clean, because a lot of people out there have shrunk their portions so much, men and women, to a point where eating the amount of food that is in abundance but low calorie intake can be hard for some people. Their body has not been programmed enough to be able to eat that periodically throughout the day and be able to get the results or plan ahead for the meal planning purposes. So the male or female may see some weight loss in the beginning, but the body in the first week or two, until it adjusts to this change, may see weight loss. But if you want to continue to see weight loss, I'm going to help you out a little bit more. So week 1, there's a common numbers that I want people to take with them, and it's a universal number for all, and this will help those of you who are having trouble finding apps out there that will log your food. But it is important that you track your food, so find something that will track your food. I use Samsung Health. For all you Android users out there, Samsung Health. Apple products, we have trouble finding certain apps that are consistent. You can use MyFitnessPal. However, it doesn't locate as much as the foods as Samsung Health. All right, so you do something to track your food, but it's important that you weigh it. So instead of trying to confuse yourself until you understand how to count your calories, just remember for number 4 for women and 8 for men. Okay, 8 ounces. 8 ounces carb, 8 ounces protein. Start off with about 4 meals a day. If that's too much for you, go to 3. Every week thereafter that, add a little bit of calories, 50 more. Week after that, 50 more. In other words, try to up it. I promise you, those people that I start off with 4 meals a day at the women's serving, 4 and 4, 4 ounce protein, 4 ounce carb. At the end of 7 days, check your weight. If you have lost weight, then you are in a calorie deficit. Okay? You should be working out during this period. You don't have to do it every day. Start off with at least 3 days a week. Put a day in between. Use that to start. Check your weight after 7 days. If you have gained weight, which you shouldn't with those numbers, but if you do, you're not in a calorie deficit. Modify it. Don't just completely drop the carbs. Shrink your portions down first, starting with the carbs. Okay? But I promise you, most women can take in between 6 to 7 ounces of a carb with 4 to 5 ounces of a protein and still lose weight once she's built up her metabolism. But you should be working out because that is 20% of your program. Right now, 80% of your program is food. If you do not approach your food first in a weight loss program, you're going about it wrong. Men, same thing, 8 and 8. Approach it with 8 ounces of a protein, 8 ounces of a carb, 4 times a day. Okay? After a week, check your weight. If you have lost weight, you are in a calorie deficit. Okay? If you have not, adjust the carbs. Drop them down a few ounces. Start off with 1 or 2. Guys, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. For those of you who have some weight to lose, more than 25 to 30 pounds, 40, 60, 80, over 100, you have to enter into a lifestyle where you can almost be on autopilot, where you know that you should be eating clean product, where you know that when you meal prep you have food when it's time to eat, and where you know that you are eating enough food in order to lose weight, keep the weight off, and not ever have to think about it. Okay? If you are losing weight, get to your goal first. Okay? Cheat days shouldn't exist in your brain right now. Cheat day is a fail. Okay? Even the people that are in shape, they don't say cheat day anymore or massive cheat day. They do, but it's a decision. It's a choice. But they're already at their goal. That's the difference. They're already at their goal. Okay? Don't fail. Get on the program. Use variety. Track your calories. If you get to the end of that first week and your weight is consistent, you haven't lost anything, that doesn't necessarily mean much, but it could still mean that you're not necessarily in a calorie deficit, okay? Adjust it. But if you're losing weight, don't touch it, okay? If you're starting to get hungry, you may want to increase your carbohydrate intake or add a 5th meal. 2 weeks later, check your weight again. If you are still losing weight, you are still in a calorie deficit. If you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit. Adjust your calorie intake. Okay? All right, guys. This wasn't a long video today. Appreciate you watching. Guys, again, comment below, subscribe, like my channel. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me so far. Mike the Cherokee, signing out.